are back with Mr. Corey Cott of Broadway's
Hello.
Bandstand, one of my favorite musicals.
Oh, thanks,
I
man.
love this show. You know I love this show.
I know you do. I appreciate it.
It's
Thank
such a
you.
good show,
It
man.
is. It is.
How are things going over there?
They're going really well.
Yeah?
Yeah. We did, we performed in the Tonys.
Yes.
That was incredible.
By the way, I'm pretty sure the best performance of the night, which was incredible.
I mean, I'm biased, but I think so too.
Well,
but
okay, well, the song Nobody,
it's great, right?
man,
it moves.
this song could cure anything.
It's a jam. I think it's becoming a jam,
I
to be
think
honest.
it's one of the only times I never want to be an actor in my life, but when I watch you guys sing Nobody, I think it would be fun to be up there.
I have to say, it's one of my favorite moments every day when that like bass line's the doonga 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 coming out to sing that first line. It's like
and
so
you guys are
empowering.
so sexy and like stylish and
there's nothing that's like it's so cool to say to like a crowd, a theater full of people to say like, you don't tell me to do anything because I'm gonna do exactly what
It's amazing.
Especially Radio City. That was really cool.
Yeah, so you guys did it on the Tonys, and the show was not nominated for Best Musical.
No.
Which was very upsetting to me, but it was such a crowded year. There were too many shows.
Really crowded.
Too many shows. There should have been 7
a lot of
slots.
deserving shows.
Absolutely. And Bandstand is one of those. But you got to perform on the Tonys, which is an amazing thing.
Amazing, yeah.
Walked away with the Best Choreography
we won
award for Andy Blankenbuehler, your director, choreographer.
And it was cool because all of that happened before we performed. Like Andy won, and Dr. Jill Biden's introduction was like so patriotic and beautiful. So we were kind of just riding high, It was towards the end of the telecast. It was incredible, yeah.
And since then, I believe you guys just had your best box office week ever.
Best box office week
because people love Bandstand, and I mean that number and dancing, and I mean people love to see real dancing.
Well, yeah, and like the Tonys are all about celebrating, the shows of the season, and I think our show has a lot of elements that even in a crowded season that other shows don't have, and we do have amazing choreography, and we're able to showcase that in a way that we knew would sell us well. And Andy, Andy's a genius, even with camera angles and how he structures. We just did Good Morning America yesterday. He does the same. That. Yeah, he has an eye for it. He has a cinematic eye, and it's benefited us well. So yeah, we've had amazing weeks. And even this week so far has been pretty much sold out.
Yeah, and word of mouth, it actually means something on Broadway.
It does.
It does. That's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
So the spirits must be good backstage.
They're really good.
And it's a great cast starting.
Oh my gosh, the people are amazing already, and yeah, it feels exciting to know that people care about our show. Like Lin-Manuel came and said some amazing tweets about the show and and things like that. It's good to have people in the biz coming to see us and love us, and we feel like it's time.
I got to sit in the second row on opening night, which was amazing, because you did some things like 5 feet away from me. It's like one of the closest. I was like this close to you.
Yeah, it's intimate.
And it's an intense performance. You play Donnie.
Yeah.
This guy going through a lot.
Yeah.
Post-traumatic stress. He's a vet, and there's a lot going on with him. Does it weigh on you? Is this a heavy role to walk around with?
It does in some ways, because we know that we have a responsibility to tell the truth of actual veterans that are coming to see our show. In the past especially past 2 weeks, we've had 4 or 5 different vets groups come.
Wow.
And people like last night, a Vietnam vet told me he lost 25 of his fellow soldiers, and it's when those kind of people are there, I do feel the heaviness and the weight of it, because it's real, there's no way to escape the reality of it. So yeah, it does weigh heavy on me, just the responsibility and the way that we can't fake that in any way. And you're right, they are so close that I don't know, not every show is as connected as other shows, because that's just how life works. You're just not the same every time.
Right.
But in the same token, it's like we have to find a way to get to a certain point that is real. And so yeah, it does weigh on me. But at the same time, I've tried to find a way to balance my life with my work and my art. And I feel like I'm pretty proud that I've done a pretty good job of that, and with my family and just
Elliot.
friends.
Let's talk about Elliot.
Elliot. Yes.
How's Elliot? I love
so
the name
good.
Elliot.
Thank you.
Elliot
Me too.
is your baby boy.
Yep, Elliot.
And he was born
May 1st. Yeah.
Right after opening night.
Right after opening night.
Your beautiful wife was very pregnant on opening night.
She was, and he waited until Monday, a day off.
Great.
We had a 5-show weekend. He came on a Monday, and yeah, he's 7 weeks now, and just is more in a sleeping and eating rhythm that's very conducive for us.
What surprised you about the experience? I know when you're ready to have a baby, you do all sorts of research, and and everyone tells you advice.
Yeah.
Everyone gives
even people that don't have kids tell you advice. Like you get a random cab driver who's like, "Yeah, you should do." It's like you don't know me.
What surprised you about the experience so far?
Just I mean, you always, it's kind of like anything, like, opening night on Broadway or for Broadway debut or something like that, where you imagine what it's going to be like and you're like, that's my dream and I'm going to have so much joy, and then it just surpasses everything. Like, I feel like just the overwhelming feeling of like, I remember when we came home with him, it's like, this is mine forever. Like, he's ours forever. It's not like we're renting some thing or a car that we get to use for a week or something, and like then it goes away, or like you get a gift that breaks and then you don't have a gift anymore. This is like, he's like ours forever. Every day I was like, wait, oh yeah, I still have a son and he's beautiful. So like the overwhelming amount of joy that I knew I would have, but like I didn't fully know what that joy would be because there's no way to prepare you. So it's kind of like Christmas every day in a way. It's like I have this gift that I get to enjoy and learn from and be exhausted by and frustrated with, but at the same time, just anything he does, I just love and I'm so obsessed with. It's amazing. Yeah.
Christmas every day. That's the pull quote.
Yeah, I think that should be the title of this
Christmas
on
every day.
Broadway.com show, Christmas every day.
And I also want to know, they do have an album, a cast album, which I'm obsessed with already.
It drops on Friday.
It's amazing. So yeah, Donnie Novas for the rest of time are going to be listening to your cast album and like trying to sound like Corey Cott, as they should, because you sound phenomenal.
We'll see. Yeah, I grew up driving and listening to cast albums my whole life, so I hope I get to join that group of that discography, I guess.
So yeah, everyone needs to go download the album right now because it's out now, and go see Bandstand at the Jacobs Theater. You will not regret it. It's one of the best shows on Broadway, and
Thanks,
you
Paul.
are phenomenal.
Thanks, man.
It's so good to see you.
Thanks for having me.